Hello, Internet, and welcome to the WACcast, the wackest podcast on the Internet, Season 2. And today we're just going to jump straight into it. We are going to talk about some not so popular games right now, Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a
Oh,
banger and is not getting the reviews we were hoping.
yeah. Definitely not. Pretty sure this game was expected to just be a 10 out of 10. And
We all certainly thought so.
No, I was
that is
excited for
obviously
it,
not
dude.
the case.
If you watch back in Season 1, we were
Yeah.
amped.
No, we talked
Super
about
pumped
it.
for this
Oh,
game.
yeah. We did talk about this a
Yeah,
lot
we
in
did. And
Yeah.
we
season
were
It
all
one.
was supposed to be a
very,
successor to Dead
we had high
Space, a
hopes.
spiritual
Yeah.
successor, and we were super excited about it. The horror
Mhm.
concepts looked great. And like now that people have gotten to play it and we've discovered it was just
It
some
was.
what's behind the scenes. It's just
It wasn't ready.
it could have been
Yeah.
better.
Well, there's like yin and yang on this thing because from what I can tell, the PC version of this game does not run very well for starters.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of there's bugs and just all kinds of unbearable shit to have to deal with. And then of course, outside of that realm for everyone in general, apparently the combat system is very weak.
Mm,
And the just massive amount of jump scares, which that's kind of like what horror games has resorted to, is just
for sure.
jump scares. And I mean, it's fine if you don't oversaturate what you're doing with cheesy ass, that's not cool.
Especially a game of that caliber. Like it's okay for Poppy's playtime to be, puzzles and then like
Yeah.
jump scare every now and then, but
I
like
mean,
this could
that's
be a
that's
lot
Five
more.
Nights at Freddy's, dude. Like
That too, yeah.
that's jump scare city. If you played that, you know what to expect. But with these designs and like the Unreal Engine graphics, like
Yeah.
the trailers made it look pretty intense. But that's not to say
Well, I think
that,
that's also just because the trailers, like, it showed you like this glimpse into, but then you realize like they pretty much showed you everything in the game in that trailer. Like, I
Mm,
feel like there's an oversaturation of the enemies that you fight. Like
yeah,
the
mm.
actual, like the main antagonist, and then like the final boss is like a reskin
yeah,
enemy that you fought a bunch of times already. So like they low key kind of showed you most of what Callisto Protocol had to offer in the trailer. And I think that's why it's so disappointing, is because it's like we thought this was gonna be more. Like we thought it was gonna be
I
yeah.
like Dead
didn't
Space.
know that, but yeah, that is disappointing.
Now, I will say that also is not to like completely destroy the game because apparently there are some aspects to it that are pretty admirable. There's a great story, there's a great character build, there's great voice
Nice.
acting. The world they built is beautiful and scary. And I mean, again, like we said, we kind of all here, at least at the WACcast, expected this to be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, at least 9
Um,
out of 10 for sure.
it ends up tallying out, of course, it's a critic review, so these are just, snooty opinions, but it tallies out to an overall 6 out of 10,
Ooh,
which
which is
I would
is,
kind
pretty
of
I
agree
low.
don't
with
know.
that.
I don't
For what it
know.
is right now, sure, but it'll probably get some TLC and
Just
maybe it'll
and then another huge problem
be
too, and I
revived.
think the reason why the six is deserving is because like even if they were to like just make more enemies and make combat better and fix those problems, the bugs are insane. Like the
Well,
people
yeah, they would have to
experiencing.
definitely target that first,
Because
especially for
like I mean
PC
PC is
players, which
really
is
bad, but the consoles like they're still not like the best,
okay.
There's still bugs on consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
They could fix
Uh,
it though. I mean, if Cyberpunk could have a comeback that it did, then
yeah,
so could
that's
this
Yeah.
game. So basically, what that means is we're getting a Callisto Protocol animated show with Matthew Mercer in it, and the game will then just be better on it. It'll happen.
hopefully,
That
hopefully.
would be crazy.
The Edge
I'm a
Runner
fan if
effect,
that's like a thing that
what they're
just
calling
starts
it.
happening is
The Edge Runner effect.
So yeah, moving on from the Callisto Protocol, we
poor
actually
guys.
got two trailers that we have been waiting God knows how long to get, because these may possibly be the best looking films in Marvel Phase 4. And the first one,
right.
we're looking at Ant-Man 3, which the
Woo.
trailer alone just plays extremely dark. Like, it gives this really spooky vibe of like, so we about to have somebody die, and it damn sure ain't gonna be
Yeah,
Kang
things
the
aren't going to be
Conqueror.
okay. There is going to
You
be
know,
a trade
Nah.
of life. There's choices will be made that
yeah,
Ant-Man has not had to make yet.
I feel like it'll be extremely impactful because we all know Scott to be the silly, goofy hero, and in the trailer, just watching him like just kind of not really beg, but just like have this sense of like dread is just awful.
Hopelessness almost. Yeah, like
Yeah. And the
they're
fucking
right to
quantum
pickle.
realm. The quantum realm alone just looks insane. Like they put it's Marvel with
Yeah.
those mad visual effects again. But it's
Yeah,
like compared to a lot of things that's come
bro.
out for
I'm
phase 4,
telling you,
this
man, ever
looks no
since
joke.
Multiverse of Madness, they're like, we gotta make it crazy.
It's gotta be crazy.
Yeah. There was
This phase crazy.
there was a small poll that I saw on Facebook that I can't remember. It was like some official last page, but they posted that the fans had voted and Multiverse of Madness won the best superhero film of 2022. I was like,
Like,
what? Are you kidding me?
that's
Against the
crazy.
Batman and
Yeah.
Black Adam and Black
Oh,
Panther. And if anything, out of every
Batman
movie I
didn't stand a
just
chance,
named,
unfortunately.
out of everything I just named, I mean, with, not looking, I think the Batman was the best movie of the
yeah, bro.
year.
Covering up
But
his bias.
Yeah,
yeah, it really was.
I don't know.
It
I
was
mean,
it
yeah,
was
but you
impactful.
gotta think the DC fan base is not as strong as it once was. Like, of course, it's gonna be a
yeah,
Marvel
that's
movie
true.
that
Marvel's
wins
got a
that.
bigger fan base.
And
So, and
Multiverse of
like that
Madness
wasn't a bad
probably was seen by more people. That could be
But
completely
everybody
false, but
pooped on Marvel this year. That was the down,
that's
like,
fair.
and
bro, because
everybody
I mean they had
boomed.
Toby, Andrew, and Tom in
That
that
was,
movie and
That was
satisfied
last
Sony.
year, bro. That was
not
December of
yeah,
last
that was
year.
not Madness.
That doesn't count. But everybody like has so far like pooped on God of Thunder. I thought God of Thunder was dope. Like maybe it's just me. I'm not really a Thor fan, but I thought
I
Love
still
and
haven't
Thunder.
seen it. I'm
Love and
sorry.
Thunder was sick.
Love and Thunder. Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but it looked funny. It looked cool.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't like there were definitely parts that he should have dialed back the comedy because Christian Bale is playing at like 500% and all the characters around him are trying to be goofy, and
It's
this
Christian
man is
Bale.
scary, bro.
I
Like
just want
they
to throw a
told
quick
him,
shout out to
oh,
Christian Bale real quick because
bro, the
that
goat,
man steady be
the
killing
goat.
his roles 100% of the time.
No,
Like it's
yeah,
insane the
he's
amount of work he
genuinely
puts
Bro,
in.
scary. Like not without spoiling, so I'm gonna like give it without
it's
context,
okay.
but there's a bunch of children in a certain situation and they're like in kind of a dark area and they hear Gore's voice and they turn around and you can kind of see like a silhouette of him sitting down, but his eyes are just like bright glowing yellow in the darkness.
Mm,
And then he leans forward and you see his sharp teeth like oozing
uh,
black. Like he killed it, dude.
like Golem, bro.
Yeah, he
Sneaky
was
big.
scary as hell. And everybody just hated it. And it felt like the same with Black Panther.
Uh,
Like everybody just, it was like another one of those 50-50 style movies where you just had to not really be biased to like the movie, you know?
yeah, that's fair.
I really liked Black Panther. I
Yeah,
thought it was
because
good.
I get where they're going. Like we've had 10 years, if not close to maybe 15 at this point, of the same exact characters doing the same exact shit for multiple movies. And you've already covered, you've already killed Thanos. Thanos is done. We can't use Thanos again unless it's some type of weird multiverse situation. You've already done the
Flashback.
Civil War. You've killed Iron Man. You've gotten rid of Cap and replaced him with the new Cap. It's like things have to move on, and that's what Marvel's doing. And Marvel has never really been about, well, let's reach out to the 30-year-old white guys, who just want to see Iron Man. Like,
Yeah,
no, like
I know.
it's Disney. Yes, they've been
And
shitty in the past, but they have a certain agenda and they're following it.
unexpected that Ant-Man is going to be the front runner into this new generation
Bro,
of
Ant-Man was
Marvel.
low-key the original Avenger.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think it's like it's his time, like maybe there's going to be a
Gotta get that
passing of the
recognition, man.
torch
Yeah.
type deal, and that's just going
Just
to be
because
that.
everyone loves Paul Rudd, dude.
That's
He's
true
great.
too. Paul Rudd's
Yeah,
like an awesome person.
I
Paul
mean
Rudd's got
it.
Marvel on his
Yeah,
back right now.
I don't think I would like the Ant-Man movies if it wasn't for Paul Rudd being Ant-Man. That's just your shining star in
Yeah.
every single movie. But yeah, I mean, they're moving on. Obviously, not everybody is going to be digging Ironheart, but Ironheart was pretty cool to me,
Samus.
Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. But yeah,
And what was the other
that's
movie?
Oh yeah, there was another one.
Oh
Yeah, we
yes,
only
yes.
talked about Ant-Man.
There was
Right,
also
right.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And
Right.
Guardians.
That trailer came
Guardians
out.
of the
Sidetracked
flipping
there.
Galaxy 3. Yeah, we got stuck on Ant-Man for too long. I completely sweat. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is another one that is just, I don't know if Marvel's playing some type of game where they're like, give them as much silliness as you can and then rip their heart out. But like,
Yeah,
it
I mean, that's
looks.
the best way to do it, man. You take a comedian, you make him buff so that he's lovable, and then you slowly destroy him in front of us, and we're like, why?
Yeah, if you, so just like context from the trailer, we see images of, and this is how so we see images of Rocket as a baby, and the people are coming to take him away and experiment and torture on him, and we kind of torture on him. They gonna put the hurt on him, and we kind of see like, I don't know, it's like the whole ambiance of this trailer is just be sad. Like there's a couple chuckle moments, but Rocket's dialogue of just one last ride, like, come on, bro. Don't.
Yeah, it's kind of
Rocket, dude. No one expected.
Come on, bro.
Rocket. We just got Groot back in action.
There's
Rocket can't come back.
Two icings on the cakes that hit me the hardest while watching this trailer. The first one, obviously, we finally have Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, and he looks insane. He was teased back in Guardians 2, but that's gonna be pretty sick because I can't tell if he's like a villain or like an anti-hero in this one.
I mean, Adam Warlock's always just been, I mean, he's a good guy at the end of the day. He's the embodiment of the Soul Stone. Like,
that's what I thought.
A bad person, but he's kind of a dick because he thinks he's everyone else. The universe is his responsibility. You can butt out, like, type of shit.
It also is quite funny to me how like this is the kid that everybody made memes and gifs about for We're the Millers, and you started to kind of like feel his acting prowess take form within the past like 4 or 5 years. I don't know if anybody knows that. Well, probably. I mean, but he actually, when they were redoing it, he was the first one that slammed the role. And he was officially cast as Pennywise, and they had like molds of his head with his style makeup.
Right.
And Andy said he just fit the character so well that he had like came in and he flipped the switch. It just was not Will anymore. And he could not find anyone else like that until Bill Skarsgård walked in. And he was like, okay, I can't lose Bill. But that's insane that he was going to be the original Pennywise. And now he's Adam Warlock for the MCU. That's insane to me. So hopefully he's not the reason for Rocket, because then everybody will hate this dude immediately. But the second eyebrow raising, spine tingling portion of this trailer is there is a scene of what appears to be a syringe, like an IV, and it's dripping with blood, and Peter Quill, our Star-Lord, is crying and screaming at whatever it is being drained. And pretty sure it's Rocket sacrificing himself to get the rest of the Guardians out of there safely. Not sure how, but it's just like you can kind of tell from the ambiance they finally understood, okay, we need some hardcore drama. Somebody else has to go because they didn't really give a shit about Gamora. So take Rocket. And like that's harsh, dude.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. That's sad. Just talking about it is sad. You know.
But you know what else sounds terrible? And speaking of our lovable lead in that movie, it's gonna be a
your
not
stuff
so lovable lead in Mario.
Chris
Oh
Pratt.
my god, yeah.
Mario.
I just remember, I just thinking of him.
Charlie Day is Luigi.
We got the trailer for the new Super
I
Mario.
was gonna say,
and
when
honestly,
we went and saw something,
what
was that Black Panther we saw last? They had the new trailer for Mario, and I'm talking references to the original games, Mario Kart, Mario 64. Like, dude, Luigi's Mansion.
It's gonna be really cool. And honestly, everyone except for Chris Pratt sounded really good.
I'm pretty. I think Charlie Day makes a pretty good Luigi.
No, and Bowser.
But if you watch that trailer in different languages, it was a video. I think it's like Italy and France. Their voice actor for Mario is just the bomb, son. Like, he came into the booth like, this is the role of my life. Like, he's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's
even the let's go. Like, he just slays it. Was like,
and that's the only thing I can give Chris Pratt when he did the let's go at the end. Like, yeah, okay, that was like, you know, in the right direction, but
bro,
clearly we're not gonna get that the whole movie. And that's hopefully it's not that bad. Like, hopefully all the other cool stuff, it looks like that's gonna be happening, will overshadow.
That's Illumination though, because if I remember correctly, when they did the Grinch, it was like the Grinch in the original cartoon and Jim Carrey's version had some type of weird accent. And then in the new one, I'm pretty sure it was just Benedict Cumberbatch doing an American accent. And it's like, why? And then they did the same with Mario. He's just like, what is this place? Let's go. And I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Like, put some steez on it, son. You played the games.
Look at what Jack Black is doing.
Chris Pratt, my God, never played a Mario game.
Jack Black, he got cast perfectly.
Bowser is great.
Oh my God.
Make the movie without Jack Black.
I'm also a big fan of Anya Taylor-Joy, and she's Peach. So that's she's about to kill it.
Sounds good. I think it's gonna be great.
Everyone else is good, but Chris is just trash.
Kenan Michael Key also seems great.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. But I think my favorite out of all is definitely Charlie Day as Luigi. That's hilarious.
No, yeah, I do like me some Charlie Day.
Jack Black is who I'm most.
I watch Sonny all the time.
But the Penguins, dude, the Penguin King. That 64 reference, dude. The Penguins.
Do you yield? I do not. No, yeah, that's amazing.
That's just my taste.
I just had to.
They put every scene, and I'm sure when you see the movie, there will be a lot more. But I'm telling you, if you want to win people over, Nintendo, you may already have had the idea, but slam us a link in there that doesn't talk, because that would be hilarious. Like they just ask him stuff and he's like,
True.
hi. Like that would be
Just
hilarious.
stares blankly.
Right. He just
Yeah, if
looks.
they
Navi
go
has to
after
do all
Breath
his
of the Wild
talking.
link, he'll literally just be like,
Say,
Just faces the whole time.
bro, that would be amazing.
Well, and while we're talking about Link, another cool thing happening this month, in a couple days actually, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is on its 20th anniversary.
and we don't have a
Oh
remaster
my
yet.
god. 20
Come on,
years.
And we don't have a remaster. Yeah,
20 years.
there was
Why
a
Legend
can
of
release
I
Zelda.
not
on
play
the,
Wind
like-
Waker on my Switch? I want that question
True.
answered right now.
Bro, that's insane.
Just, I don't get
They
it.
should be working on
20
it.
years.
And Twilight
GameCube
Princess.
swag,
But
dude.
yeah, that was-
GameCube swag.
GameCube was the ultimate gaming console. All right.
Right.
Fight me on
What
it.
gets me about it
And
too, I'm
Wind
just going
Waker
to.
made it.
That shit was cool. It
That's
had the
it.
handle on it so you could carry
was
it.
the
Like that was
first
sweet.
portable console. You think the Switch is good, bro? Nah.
Take your
GameCube.
GameCube to your homie's house. You carry it
That's
like
how
a
you
suitcase.
knew, bro. That's how you knew.
What really bothers me about it though is the fact that they remastered Skyward Sword, which came out after Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and we
Yeah, but
haven't
they
gotten
were-
either one of those.
I
Oh,
give them
yeah.
credit for doing Skyward Sword because it goes with the whole Switch. It still goes with the mechanics that it did for the Wii. And also though, Skyward Sword is the official start of the Zelda timeline. So it kind of makes sense they would be like, here's the beginning.
Here
I'm
you
trying to make
go.
a point.
I know.
We
and
need
I'm
Wind
trying
Waker
to-
remastered.
Well, yeah, no, I also agree though. It is time, but I am faithful that they're working on one. Like, how could they not?
I hope they are. If
Yeah,
they're
fair
not, I'll
enough.
just be so angry. They're like, so we're actually remastering Ocarina of Time again. And I'm
If I can buy
Let's
Sonic Adventure
go!
2
Come on.
on Steam, I want Wind Waker on Steam. So let me
Well, I
have it.
mean, they're gonna satisfy all the Zelda geeks when they drop Tears of the Kingdom, bro, and everyone's gonna be like, this is the best
Gonna be
thing that's
great.
ever happened to gaming. Like
No,
they
yeah,
did with
it's
Breath of the
legitimate.
Wild.
Like, Tears of the Kingdom's gonna get Game of the Year, guaranteed.
Which
2023.
Which that's fine. I mean,
Calling it right now.
Yeah,
I will
sorry,
say that
everybody
like
else.
I'm on that shit where I've been playing the Zelda games since I was a kid. I'm a big fan of Zelda. I just cannot do the new age stuff, but I still love the
The
series.
new age of
So it's crazy, bro. I was out of the loop for so long, for like a decade, and I come back and I'm
No,
like, oh
you,
my god, this is an
when you jump
RPG
in-
now.
when you jump into Breath of the Wild, you need to be ready to dedicate your next 200 to 300 hours to that game.
No,
It's
yeah.
insanity from
It's a
top to
lot.
bottom. It's pure
It's
insanity.
brilliant, though. It's brilliant.
Just you go out there as Link and explore everything. Man, you ain't even found costumes and shit yet. Like,
There's so much.
there's so
and,
many.
Yeah, the second game didn't because something recently was the biggest release. I don't know if it was for Nintendo. And I'm kind of
Scarlet and
blanking.
Violet did 10 million.
It wasn't that one though.
Maybe
There was some-
Insanity.
Maybe I'm thinking for Sony.
Think,
I'm thinking of God
bro.
of War probably for Sony. But
Again,
Breath of the
Pokemon,
Wild
dude.
2 is going to take probably the fastest and most sold Switch game ever.
Oh, it was Breath of the Wild 1. It outsold.
Yeah,
Well, no, I was just
Had to
confused with God of
have.
War recently became Sony's like biggest release.
Oh, okay.
But
because it's the greatest game. It's like it's not the greatest game of all time, but it's a banger
it's
for
gonna be
sure.
up there I'm sure it beat itself in the list of greatest games of all time.
But I mean, hell, while we're on video games, we could just scooch another little headline in. We kind of have some pretty solid updates now for you Insomniac, Spider-Man, Marvel fans out there, which is pretty solid because
I'm like pointing at
if you've
nothing
played
Spider-Man
those
means.
games, right, and just Spider-Man dancing above your
Yes.
head, like if you've played those games, they're pretty solid, you know, and us fans
Okay.
have been waiting a long time since they gave us that tease. Apparently, not only is there going to be Venom, but the voiceover fans have kind of triangulated as Craven the Hunter. So it seems that Kraven the Hunter has a contract to, I guess, kill the Spider-Man and is going to use Venom somehow to do it.
Bro, so
Which
like, I
is
mean, don't
pretty
get me wrong,
intense.
Craven the Hunter's like super whack, and like anybody can fight me over that. Craven is whack. Like, I can prove it. I can prove
You're
it by
scared of True Hunter.
literally every other Spider-Man villain and showing you why Craven the Hunter is
I
whack.
can already see there's going to be a side quest where we have to go all around the city investigating his sniper
Dude,
nests
what are
or
you
some
doing?
shit.
Right. But for gameplay
some-
purposes, Craven the Hunter is pretty dope.
me work.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot you can do with him.
Yeah.
And next with Venom, dude, we're just gonna be swinging around the city, and Venom's gonna just like show up like that jump scare in Batman. the
Right.
Bat-
Craven will
the
train
Bro.
that to like trample us, and we'll have to put a stop to him.
I was gonna say, yeah, let's not sleep on the fact that they cast none other than the Candyman himself, Tony Todd, to voice Venom in this game. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's Steez, son.
That's scary.
That's a good
You're
call.
gonna have to play that with
I'm
him.
really excited to see Venom. I do wish
Yeah.
we could get Green Goblin, but I do kind of think that they're holding that for the third game.
I'm telling
I
you,
think
this
they
is
are.
this game has to do it because all those side references in the first one, you found his little section with like helmets and bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like it makes sense in this game for them to have this big climactic battle and then the symbiote be like, naturally like, well, I want to be with that dude, and he's going to go after Peter, and Harry, in spite of that, is going to steal some stuff from his dad and just rock the goblin suit to kill them both. And I think that'd be pretty solid.
That would be pretty
Whether
cool.
we see, but they also have to introduce Eddie Brock into this game if they're going to let Venom stay around for future installments.
No, yeah, and they
Really
can't.
easy.
They gotta give See, I don't know though, because like I feel like
That's
the
just
Green
my
Goblin
theory.
needs a whole story like to him.
No, yeah, I feel
that'd
like
be
he
amazing.
won't be just at down and out in this game. I feel like it's going to be a massive hanger of like he'll be
You
You know
back.
what they could be
He's gotta
doing?
get as much attention as as Otto
That would be
They're
a badass
saving-
trilogy,
in the
dude.
first game.
Oh,
The Sinister
true.
Six, then Venom, then the Green Goblin story. That would be fantastic.
No, hold
I'm
up. But what if
down.
they're saving Green Goblin for his own anti-hero game?
Yeah,
Just
Green
a
Goblin.
solo game.
Yo, I would literally
Goblin.
poop myself.
Could you imagine how fun, dude, flying around the city, dropping bombs, just like
Nah, I would like
being
I
a
would
Hey,
menace to
so fast.
society?
Shout
Oh,
out to the
yeah.
original Spider-Man video game, which it was a secret character you could play
Yeah.
as the Green Goblin.
That was cool.
Man, that
They
was
give
so
you a
much
choice right
fun.
at the beginning of the game to like become Green Goblin and like play out the game and do all that, or just go
Oh.
on sabbatical.
Or go on sabbatical for a little while. Which reminds me, like, one of the cool things that I was seeing is like somebody brought up how in the original Spider-Man 3 game, when they had the symbiote mechanic, it was like you would click a button, you would do a short quick time event, and if you succeeded, you would be symbiote Spider-Man. But like the longer you wore the suit, the more corrupt you became. And if you kept it on too long, like over chapters, you would eventually die because you would just become an alien. And I think it's cool if they don't go that far with it. But like, of course, me and Justin have been dreaming about every single suit having a symbiote version where you can click the button
Ooh.
and they'll just turn it
It'll
all
just go
black.
Bro, don't
That
get
would
my
be
hopes up
sick.
like that.
No, obviously that's a massive ask from Insomniac.
But that's the thing,
that's
though,
a
is
cool
like
mechanic.
Insomniac put in that level of effort with the first game. So, like,
Yeah.
what's to
did.
stop them from
It's
doing it
something-
with this?
Well,
I mean,
look
we'll
at
at least
Miles.
Get a
and I
couple
mean,
of suits. Probably.
It's
Miles
crazy.
Morales was insane. It was a massive upgrade from the
Whoa.
first one.
no, yeah. And I mean, they just, the technology they have to work with now, like, I feel like they can do so much with what they have.
Also, shout out to Insomniac for giving Peter the Iron Spider arms, but for the new Insomniac suit, that's hot in the trailer. That's pretty sick. So it's not something you'll have to unlock now. It's just something he built into the back of that white spider. It just opens up and arms come out.
Nice.
So that'll probably look sick. I imagine the graphics will look insane. But of course, that's not all they are working on. We also got a teensy tiny taste about a year ago that Insomniac was also developing a standalone Wolverine game, which is
has it been a year since that already?
It's been, I think it was the last Game Awards, wasn't it? Because they showed the Wonder Woman game and then Wolverine and Texas Chainsaw. That was last year.
Wonder Woman game.
Yeah,
we're gonna get so many reveals tomorrow, so many previews.
No kidding. That's supposed to be 2024, pushing it maybe possibly 2025 release date. There's currently in development. It's not super deep because they're trying to perfect Spider-Man 2 before they throw all their eggs into Wolverine.
That's what they should.
Yeah, as well they should. But that's just insane. Like, I feel like people have wanted that for a very long time, a standalone open Wolverine video game. And of course, with Insomniac pulling the slick, you know he's going to have the yellow suit, dude. I mean, come on.
You know he's going to have multiple suits.
He's going to have an ass of suits,
You're going to have
bro.
Logan suit.
You're going to have the Wolverine
suit,
version
the
of
Wolverine
him.
version.
The MCU.
Literally going to have Hugh Jackman.
Just Hugh Jackman.
Just be Hugh Jackman.
Other
characters. All of the clothes that he wore during every movie.
And of course, what are the chances that maybe possibly Deadpool could show up in this game? That would be pretty fun.
Ooh, I could see a fun side quest.
All right, a little
I feel like Marvel games
a little cameo with Deadpool.
A little
they really do
we find
bringing it.
A little bit of Deadpool in my mail from Deadpool, just unanswered.
No, yeah, that would be pretty sick. Like, yeah, Wolverine. Definitely a big, like, keep it coming, Insomniac. Whatever you've got after Wolverine, what you gonna do? Iron Man? Let's do Iron Man. That sounds cool. Yeah, anything. I feel like Insomniac is just given the Marvel title.
Could get Hulk right.
Oh,
well, we don't want to oversaturate him though.
Yeah, because everything we say here, it's gonna pressure them.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking. I'm joking, but it's actually quite funny that we somehow slipped into the realm of Wonder Woman right then and there a second ago, because we got some breaking news. I mean, literally,
it was about Wonder Woman.
Literally, maybe 15-20 minutes before we started recording this episode, a headline popped up on onecomicbook.com, which they're kind of shitheads, but they report on stuff.
They do report.
So James Gunn, we all know, took over DC. We've been hooting about it. He has officially decided to let Gal Gadot go and release the Wonder Woman franchise. So we are getting no Wonder Woman 3, and unless she has some other plans, which, of course, if they brought Henry back, they may just kind of be like, well, she's under new contract now. But as it stands, we may be getting a new Wonder Woman. The reason for this being because her particular story, which they had the script done, they had it presented, and James just decided, like, look, with what we plan to do here in the future and what we plan to rewrite, unfortunately, this movie just does not, fit the grand scheme of things. So, understandably, I mean, the second movie got hella mixed reactions because the writing was all over the place and the comedy just was not there. And I feel like they knew there wasn't going to be a third, but that's kind of interesting. Like, it makes me think. So we've got Superman back, but we may potentially have a different Wonder Woman? Like, what is this grand scheme of DC that James sees, you know? And of course, it's not just him. He does have I guess, like a sidekick, no reference or pun intended. Peter Safran, who I'm not familiar with Peter Safran at all, but they seem to be co-heads of
Okay.
DC. So they decided to make this decision. And I mean, hey, for what it's worth, yeah, I think Gal Gadot was okay. I mean, the first movie was pretty solid. The second one, man,
Yeah, I didn't see
but
either of them, but
it had
I mean,
potential.
I'm excited for the new phase. I mean, DC needs to start over, so it only makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just very scared because it's like we have right now as it stands with the Flash promotional stuff starting to come out. I guess they're going to release the Flash. We have a set release date. It kind of seems like they're going to release the movie, and rumor is DC is no shit going to immediately recast Ezra Miller, and they want nothing to
Yeah.
do with him. But
Nice.
the fact of the
Wow.
matter is, of course, that's a rumor mill, but the fact of the thing is, like, they had to cancel Batgirl, which was a little chunk of change, you know, that came out. And I think Flash was like triple that movie's budget. So it was
Yeah.
just like throw all this money out the window, all this plot we had set up, you know, Michael Keaton back to be with the fans one more
Right,
time.
dude.
We can't throw that out, you know.
Yeah,
So they have
I know.
decided
Just
June
release it.
23rd. June 23rd. And they have released some promotional, which, like, look, I'm going to say after seeing the promotional stuff, as a comic book fan, I'm going to go see it. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. It's definitely not because of Ezra that I'll enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, not at
But
all.
I think
Apparently he killed
I'll,
it, man. That's what the critics are saying. I hate that he did, but I
yeah,
mean, at the same time,
the critics
acting
love
is a
this.
profession, you know, and whether or not you're a good or a bad person, you can still be good at a profession. And
Yeah.
apparently he killed it. So it might be
Yeah.
great.
I mean, like I said, I have no love for Ezra after the bullshit stuff they have pulled. But no, I mean, I'm gonna see the movie. I like the
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah.
I like fucking Michael Keaton. I'm gonna see it. I'm very interested to see what the two Flashes are, because in a lot of the promotionals, there there's this really great like promotional image right now where it's the normal Flash with like the spandex suit that we saw already, and then the other Flash is a repurposed Batman suit from Batman Returns. It's just spray painted red. It's got a lightning bolt spray painted over the bat symbol. But the best part about the suit is the ears have just been straight cut off. So there's these little stumps like right there. You can tell it's just
That's
like
so funny.
it's like Barry stole
That'd be
this
cool.
suit and was like, I'm keeping this, and then just left with it. No explanations, made it his own, and was like, I'm the Flash. So I think it's going to be funny. I think it's got a pretty solid story because the director, Andy Muschietti, is a pretty good storyteller. While he may not be the best at ending some of his films, he definitely puts you for a ride up until that point. So I'm pretty pumped for it. I think the Flash is going to be solid. I think DC's moving in the right direction. So hopefully it can be on par with Marvel, and hopefully it's not a little too late. You know what I mean?
The mic scared me. I saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on from the movies, we've got some good games to look forward to. As always, I'm gonna just shout out the PlayStation Plus games because this month, dude,
Hell
is
yeah.
fire. We're getting the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It's
Bro,
ready,
on God,
dude.
y'all both got to play that game in its entirety.
I already have
One of
it.
the best trilogies ever.
I've claimed it. I've downloaded it. I'm ready. We also have Divine Knockout and Biomutants. I don't know anything really about Divine Knockout.
I'm about to
Biomutants, I
say, what
remember
is
looking
that?
cool, but getting bad reception. Divine Knockout looks
Yeah.
kind of like a online fighting game, maybe similar to
Now that I
Smash or something.
now that I think about it, Biomutant got the same score as Callisto Protocol.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
Biomutant looked pretty cool to me when it was coming out. I
Yeah.
never played it.
No.
I did hear it got bad reviews, but I'll play it for free. I mean,
Exactly,
fine with
right?
that.
Always, you just claim it.
Yeah, I
And
just
really,
claim them.
like my last thing is if you're like me and you're playing Dead by Daylight right now, don't forget to log in every day because we have the month of December rewards. Get tons of free blood points.
Oh my
iridescent cards,
God.
all that stuff. So
Did we just hit
Yeah.
the Dead by Daylight
The
news?
Dead by
Oh
Daylight.
my God. This
And
is
speaking of
Ooh, yeah.
ongoing games, Fortnite,
yeah,
the game we all love and cherish, just got an update. We are now in chapter 4, and it's wild. It's honestly,
wild.
it's
They
the
have
coolest thing in Fortnite I've ever seen. I used to hate on Fortnite hardcore, and
I never
now I
gave it a
play it, but
chance
with this
until
new
the
update,
pressure from Alex.
I know.
And I
Listen
don't
here.
regret it. It's a lot of
Unreal
fun.
Engine came in and they just really slapped
Man.
it down. Huh?
they built the
And
whole
they
new
You're
still got-
correct,
world
Mickey.
using the
You were
Unreal
correct
Engine
that
5. It's looking great. It's
Actually, we'll
got an
get sued. You're
update
correct,
across all ports.
Millie.
Oh damn it. Yeah, I'm getting
Midi.
sued. Yeah, I see
No, that was a MIDI mouse.
Yeah, that was Minnie Mouse. He's from New
Mickey.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
But yeah,
Uh,
Unreal Engine 5 has been wild.
Yeah, they came in and they were like, "You say Fortnite's whack," and they updated everything. Apparently, across all platforms, including the Switch, the game just looks 10 times better now.
It's really
Which
good. The
is-
mechanics are smooth and nice.
Pretty solid.
They've brought in abilities. There's a
Oh,
dirt
yeah.
bike. I love the dirt bike. I'll play for hours on the dirt bike.
Listen,
Fortnite is
listen.
for me now.
I'm preaching this because I figured this out like last night when I was running a couple solos. So far, my favorite augment combination I've gotten is when you do party time where it does the balloons over time.
I don't
And
have
if
that
you
one.
get a balloon
I've
and you
never
get
gotten
the
it.
hammer, you slam the hammer down with the balloon and it shoots you a lot further than it normally would, and then it holds you there so you can kind of scout the area. And if you see somebody, you unhook the balloon and you just bring down the power of Thor. I hit 3
sounds
people at
amazing.
one time and got a triple kill last night
Holy,
and was like, bro, this is too
bro,
much fun.
we gotta end this so we can go try that out.
Yeah. And if they shoot you, if they shoot your balloon and you're like, I'm falling, just hit them with the hammer spin from the heavens, baby, and you're good. You're just gonna bounce back
Bro, that's
up.
the thing. They're gonna be like, I don't know where their third is. I got 2 down. I don't know where the third is. Hammer.
And you look, they
Coming from
look
the
up in
sky,
the air,
bro.
and you hit them with the fucking Getsuga Tensho and blow them away, dude. It's sick.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Solid Bleach reference.
Fucking I'm about to
That's
say
great.
anime.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we definitely voted for Fortnite to win the best ongoing game tomorrow at the awards. And speaking of the
Oh
awards,
yeah.
we have a big
That's
announcement to look
tomorrow.
forward to. Yeah, it's tomorrow
Oh
as of the filming of
yeah,
this episode.
baby.
I don't know.
So, oh my god.
When you're listening, this
Bro.
has already happened, and you'll know.
I mean, we're getting a lot of reveals tomorrow. We're getting some Jedi Survivor, the
Whoa, cat
sequel.
reveal, bro. Stray. Alex is saying
Yeah.
he's hoping Stray wins all the awards.
So Luna voted for Stray like 20 times yesterday.
Ah.
So
Luna rigged the system.
She
If
created
Luna
bots
doesn't
that all
win-
voted for Stray.
Yeah, Luna's a smart cat, and Stray will definitely be
Yes.
winning Game of the Year and Indie Game of the Year.
Low key, there
Yes.
probably was an Elden Ring fan that created a bunch of bots to vote for Elden Ring.
I'm sure.
Because that's how
Probably,
Elden Ring
yeah.
fans
I'm
are.
sure there's things in place to stop stuff like that, but who knows? I mean, whatever. We all know it's Elden Ring or God of War anyway.
But guys, let's not get derailed here. I
But
mean,
yes, the announcement, Alex, give the people the announcement. We're so excited. for it.
these psychopaths here at EA and Respawn have officially announced that tomorrow during the 2022 Game Awards, we are getting our first in-depth gameplay reveal for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. which I don't know.
Boy.
There's a certain like style and tone to this
Yeah.
one that I think is going to be a big step up from the
If
first
you don't know,
one.
this is the sequel to Fallen Order, which came out a few years ago for the PlayStation, and it was a good
So
time.
good.
It was a fun game, and I think this one is probably going to improve on everything it was lacking in the first one.
Hey, look, and if you seen like the trailer or something and you're like, oh, well, they're trying to just, shoehorn some. Nah, look here. So we follow the story of Cal Kestis, right? Who was a kid during Order 66, but he survived because his master sacrificed himself for him. Now, this kid was tasked with rebuilding the Jedi Order
He's recapping, right? What?
and
doing it, man.
basically
TIE
does
fighters
not
fly
do it.
across the screen.
Right. And there's parts where like there's TIE fight and they go, and it's insane, bro.
That.
Yeah, you
None of that
probably
came
didn't
from
want
you.
to.
The mic
Good.
did.
You
Mike
probably
said, I'm
didn't
not
want
picking that
to.
up.
And that was, bro, I'm telling you. So he doesn't do that, right? So it takes place in a good point where we haven't really been oversaturated yet.
No, yeah, there's a
So
train,
now-
man.
So
It's
now
got a train
we're
scene.
5 years
Bonafide
later.
Train gameplay.
5 years. It has been 5 years since Cal decided
Oh shit.
this was not his path, and he
he's still
faced
going for
Darth
the story.
Vader and he pooped his pants, and now he's like, nope, I'm
We all
out.
did.
But it
Yeah, I hope we
appears
get more
in this
planets.
trailer there's some
course.
new Sith that they're already saying is like a new super badass Inquisitor that we haven't seen yet, that is like the right hand man to whatever he is. I can't remember the leader of the Inquisitors. But I mean, there's it, like I was saying earlier, like people kind of analyzed the picture that they released, and there was a zoomed in picture that I saw where Cal has multiple like big scars across his face now and down his eyes. And it looks like in the past 5 years, he has been hunted ruthlessly by the Empire since, breaking into the Inquisitor's place. And that's just kind of already a scary setup to be in. Like he's hiding again, but this time the stakes are twice as bad, And it's just, there's the guy with the long white hair and the tattoos that they show in the back to tank in the trailer. We have no explanation who this person is. So that could be the Jedi survivor that this title's referring to. And I mean, knowing this game, they had heavy lore of the Force in the first one. So this guy could be like the first Jedi or the first gray Jedi or something. So my God, the love for Star Wars games, just fantastic.
Yeah, make sure you're watching, or hopefully you did watch by the time you listen to this. Hopefully you watched and it blew your mind.
This episode will be out definitely after the Game Awards tomorrow.
That's true. So it's not tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're recording.
That's why I keep saying as of recording.
Yeah,
but if you didn't watch it, it's all online. You can catch yourself up on it.
Go back.
Lots of big reveals. So
as of this, we're past it already. But yeah, that's super cool. That's something to get excited about. At least we know we get good trailers, and we're finally gonna see some hopefully sick looking different style gameplay for this game. So if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely, if you weren't going to watch the Game Awards already, kind of tune in every now and then. Yeah, take a little sneak peek at some Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But I think honestly with that, guys, we have kind of just run the mill for the past week. That's really everything that's happened to my knowledge since the last episode. And
great yawning on the cat.
I'll be yawning always.
Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode, and the format's a little bit different now, but I think, it'll be good. I think we're having fun. This is a fun time.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna try to start posting the links and stuff to our socials in the description, so that's more accessible and easier to follow. And I think really all we had planned for this month was the WAK show. We got a
Yep.
WAK show
Christmas
coming
edition.
up
We'll
this
do a
month.
Christmas special wax show.
Yeah.
We'll see
So-
you then.
Christmas. We're gonna be talking about all things
Absolutely.
Christmas, and by all things Christmas, I of course mean movies.
Yeah. Merry
Talking
Chrysler,
about
everybody.
Christmas movies.
So yeah,
And
we
that includes Die Hard.
we will see you
Obviously.
guys during the WAK show. So yeah. Have a
Tune
good
in.
one and enjoy your day. We got this.
WAK signing out.
Bye.
Going dark.